Yo, what's going on, all you beautiful people? It's Sundingo here, coming to you guys with a story time, I enjoy telling these as I do a lot of dumb shit in my life, and I feel like, you guys get a kick or a laugh out of it, and I feel like this is one of my better videos as I can explain. It's just a lot smoother than normal. Alright, so today's topic is my first time smoking weed. Well, let's be honest, we've all smoked weed once, we've all danced with the devil, we've all done the cannabis paraphernalia shit, but this was my first time. Now, it was about 2014, 2015, I was at school one day, and I was just like, look, all these kids are smoking weed now. Well, I was like 13, 14, I'm like, shit, I really want to get cool, I want to be like the popular kid, I want to be one of the, I basically want to slay some pussy. And back in the day, to slay pussy, if you smoked weed or did drugs, you were the sickest cunt known to man. Now, basically what had happened was, I was like, fuck, I got to acquire the product. I got to acquire where to get this gorgeous plant. I don't smoke weed anymore, but I was looking where to acquire, my key to pussy, my key to vagina, my key to absolute sect. Yeah, look, fucking disclaimer, didn't get me laid, didn't get me anything. So basically, there was this one girl I knew, she was a bit junky, she was a bit shady. I was like, I'll call her Beth. Beth was quite the shady person. She'd smoke cigarettes and she'd smoke weed. It was really obvious because over Instagram, you see her videos of her doing bongs and shit. I was like, fuck, I want to be really cool. So me not having a fucking bee's knees or a clue about anything, I was just like, alright, I'll ask her. So I messaged her on, do you guys remember Kik? Yeah, that was the shit before Facebook, you'd message people over Kik. And I got her Kik through Instagram because, girls and shit like to put their social media on the Instagram so they have more people, and feel somewhat wanted. But anyway, so basically I messaged Beth over Kik and I was just like, yo, Beth, how are you? I started talking. She was kind of hot, so at first I tried, getting in there. And I was like, oh, do you know where I can get some weed? And she replied with, yeah, I do. And I'm like, oh, how much is it? And she's like, oh, how much do you need? I'm like, fuck, this is confusing. I'm trying to look like a pro here, but I'm trying not to look like a dumb cunt. So I'm like, so I googled ways to smoke weed, and I'm like, joint. Joint seems pretty easy. I thought bongs was a bit too hard. So yeah, I decided, I'll go with a joint. So I'm like, oh, just a joint. And she's like, oh, have you ever done it before? I'm like, no. And then she's like, oh, okay, easy. She's like, oh, I'll roll. I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, do you know how to roll? I'm like, nah. And then she's like, oh, it's alright, I'll roll you one. So basically, she told me that for a joint, the standard price was $25. And for all you weed smokers out there, you all know this is fucking ridiculous. But me being the ignorant little 13, 14-year-old I was like, lovely, I'll do it. So, then the next day at school, I gave her the $25 and she gave me like this really shitty tally-ho wrapped joint. And I didn't know, but figuring it out now, it's probably filled with tobacco and maybe 1% weed. Anyway, so I went to I prepared for this, I had some money from my parents. I had like $50 a week and that was like half my money. So I went to the milk bar near my school and I got a lighter, a Gatorade, and then I went to the cafe across the road and got some fucking munchies because I was watching YouTube videos and, people always like, oh yeah bro, you get the fucking munchies hard, proper. So I was like, oh, no worries. So I did that, I prepared myself. It took me 30 minutes to light the thing because I didn't know how to use a lighter, A lighter is a very easy thing to use, but me being the dyslexic fuckwit I was, yeah. So then I went to like the back of the school. There was like this little road near this park, and I lit it up, and I was smoking. I'm like, fuck, this fucking hurts with throat. And it tasted pretty good, to be honest. I was like, shit, not bad. And then all of a sudden, I'm walking back to school after smoking the joint, and then all of a sudden, it hits me. It just hits me. And I'm just sitting there with like my eyes closed, like half open, and I smelled like weed, so I had to spray myself with deodorant and shit. And yeah, I went back to class and I was really fucking cooked. Like, my mate came up to me, like I told one of my mates I was smoking. They came up to me like, bro, you're so stoned. I'm like, oh yeah, man, yeah. And I went to class that day, and my teacher's like, Josh, you're a bit quiet today, because I was a shit cunt in school, and my teacher's like, Josh, you're really quiet today, you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, just a bit tired. And this lasted until about 1 p.m, so it was about 9 a.m. to 1 p.m, and I was really cooked, and I was just sitting there. My mate started showing me trippy videos. I was like, whoa, man, I'm seeing all these colors, man. and it was a pretty good experience overall, but kids, never do drugs, and if you do, don't do them at school. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you had a bit of a laugh, a bit of a kick out of it, and yeah, guys, it's been Sundigo. I'll see you later.